I have been really excited to play this one, everyone. Welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Exit the Haunted Roller Coaster game. Look how creepy this artwork is. We have done a few of these Exit escape room games in the past. This one is Can You Solve the Riddles to Escape the Haunted Amusement Park Ride, which I think is really cool. I've done 4 of these, and I haven't really been able to solve any of them very easily. So this is a level 2, and I think that's going to help us get through it now that I really know what to do. And part of knowing what to do is paying attention to everything within the box, including the box itself. So I almost guarantee something is going to, some riddle is going to need us to look through this box for an answer. So the description: dark passages, blood-curdling howls, gruesome creatures. Lots of fun, right? That, at least, is what you were thinking when you decided to take a ride on the haunted roller coaster. But suddenly you find yourself stuck in this creepy place. The doors in front and behind are locked, and you come across some strange riddles. Alright, so we're going to need a few things to play this game, including a pencil, a marker, and some scissors. Might need some tape, so I've got that standing by. Let's go ahead and push those back off to the side and open up the box and see what we've got inside. Alright, so we have the instruction booklet. And again, the instruction booklet may help us solve riddles as well. I'm going to pause and let you read this if you are interested. I have actually opened up the box already and read through the instructions, just in case there was something I was missing. But it's pretty standard for all of the escape room games if you are interested in playing those. Alright, so we are supposed to record what time we started. Alright, so we're just going to write on here, we're starting at 8:25 p.m. Alright, so let's go ahead and read what the game is about. Dark passages, blood-curdling howls, gruesome creatures. Lots of fun, right? That, at least, was what you thought when you made a spur-of-the-moment decision to take a ride on the haunted roller coaster at an odd little amusement park as you climbed into the rickety car with number 533. I'm just going to pause right there. I don't know if that is going to appear elsewhere, but let's keep a mental note. 533 might be important. I'm just going to jot it up here, 533, so that we can refer back to that later. So where were we? As you climbed into the rickety car with the number 533 on it and glanced at the gruesome portal in front of you, which resembled a giant gaping mouth, you felt a little queasy. It's true. To your dismay, not another soul was to be seen, and all was deathly silent. Too late. As if with a mind of its own, your car clattered off, through the giant mouth and into the darkness within. Suddenly, you hear a diabolical laughter, and a tinny voice screeches into your ears. Ha ha ha, welcome to my haunted roller coaster. For you, there is no turning back. The door behind you is already locked. Only the bravest and cleverest will be able to find their way out again. If you want to escape, you will have to work together to solve all of my riddles, or you will remain here forever as my creepy new attractions. Ha ha ha. Okay. So this is a Carnivora something page. It says to set that off to the side. We're going to need this, our decoder ring. Looks pretty standard, nothing written on the back. We've used these in other games. We've got our body parts and pieces. We'll come back to those. And we have our booklet, which we are going to need to start with. The only thing else left in here appears to be a deck of cards. So let's set these up. We have our riddle cards labeled A through T. We'll play those throughout the game. We have answer cards 1 through 30. That's going to help us solve the puzzle. And if we can't do that on our own, which I usually can't, we have help cards for each puzzle indicated by the code on the front. And then they also have mini monster war cards. Not really sure what these are. I didn't see that listed in the directions. So I'm not going to look at them. We're just going to put them aside and come back to them. So here is the front of our playbook, the haunted roller coaster, the creepy face, as it said. Let's go ahead and open it up. This is a joke, right? You ask yourselves, a little unsettled. Could you really be trapped in this dreadful place? and the only possibility of escape is to solve some strange riddles posed by an apparently insane amusement park ride conductor? This has to be a joke. But all of a sudden, a cloud of fog, a loud crash, your ride ends as abruptly as it started. Your train car won't budge another inch. Out of nowhere, something drops into your laps from above, a strange disc. You scream and cry out for help, but nothing happens for what seems like an eternity. Eventually, you gather all your courage and climb out of the car. You walk back toward the entrance, but it is indeed locked. Cautiously, you feel your way along the dark toward the door on the other side. It is secured with a combination lock with a large cross displayed above it. The cross looks familiar, like something you saw on the disc. Could it be a decoder disc? But what 3 numbers could possibly be the right ones? In a panic, you try a few at random, which of course leads nowhere. Suddenly, a ghost pops up on your left. With a shriek, you jump to the side and discover a card marked Riddle Card A. Luckily, the ghost has disappeared, but he has left behind a mysterious clock with little ghosts instead of numbers. Can you solve the clock puzzle and find the correct 3 numbers to open the accursed door before you? All right, so here in the image, we do indeed have our ghost, a clock. The dial is all pointed toward midnight. We've got some creepy skeletons in the corner, and Riddle Card A. Just notice also all of these ghosts have different faces on them. But let's go ahead and check out Riddle Card A. Witching hour. You will smile when you understand that backwards goes the minute hand. Okay, so looking at our image, you will smile when you understand that backwards goes the minute hand. So when we find a smile, there we have one at 9 o'clock. We've also got one at 7, 3. So I think we go backwards. I'm going to guess 9, 7, 3 are the smiling ghosts. All right. If that is indeed correct, we're off to a good start. I didn't have to use any hints. Let's see if we're correct. So the symbol here is the cross or plus sign. Let's go ahead and enter 9, 7, 3, which is answer card 2. Answer card 2 shows us a bunch of locks, so we have to match up the correct lock, which is the plus sign door. Number 23 is the card we need to look at next. When we go to 23, we have clever. The door opens and the car rolls off again as if moved by an invisible force. You spring up with a sense of relief, but then the car starts going faster and faster. No sooner do you think, hope this turns out okay, than the riddle card B and C fall into your laps. B and C. All right, so B we have car 33, which has, I guess we have to cut out these dots. You've got these little scissor symbols, means we need to cut those out, right? 533, those are the symbols that were on the wheels, I guess. And then we have a compass-looking device. Notice it is missing a 5. Don't know how that relates to anything. But let's go ahead and clip off the 5, 3, and 3. All right, so we have our 3 symbols here, 533. I'm noticing they all have little red dots on them. So we also need to turn the page to page 4. Which reads, "What on earth are we supposed to do with this riddle card, you ask yourselves, as your car drives over a gigantic bone with a loud crunch? You've got to be kidding. One wheel after another falls off and rolls away. With a metallic screech, your car drags itself a little farther along the tracks. Glowing sparks spray in all directions of the compass until your rattle trap comes to a stop just in front of the next door. You have no choice but to climb out and look for the wheels. The front wheel is lying right behind your car. The rear wheel is in front of the zombie. The middle wheel has rolled up to the door through which you had passed, and which, to your horror, is now locked again. You take a closer look at the wheels. Do you think they might help you break the next code? Alright, so our wheels have the little red indicators on them, and we have red indicators in these circles. So which order did it say? The front wheel is lying right behind your car. The front wheel, according to this, is the 3 with the lower red dot. So I guess if we put the red dot, it makes it an E. The rear wheel is in front of the zombie. The rear wheel was 5, so we'll put that one that way. And then that leaves the middle wheel is rolled up to the door through which you came. So could it be 353? But why the red dots? Let's just check it just to be sure. So that is not correct. Okay. It's probably got something to do with this compass that we have. I'm just going to try 7 because it's pointing up. 6, 3. Oh, whoops, no, it's up. 7, 6, 7. That is not correct. All right, let's go ahead and review the clues. On riddle card B, you will see how car 533 looked before it went off the tracks and lost its wheels. The text on page 4 tells you where the wheels rolled off to. What are you waiting for? Cut out the wheels and let them roll, ideally directly on page 5. Well, we've done that. Okay. The next clue reads, did you notice how there were red lines on the wheels next to the numbers, and there are also similar red lines drawn on page 5? They might help you position the wheels correctly. Maybe they aren't numbers on the wheels after all. Maybe they are letters. Of course, the compass from riddle card C must have an important role to play as well. How can you combine these two clues to form the code? All right, so west, south, east, north. So west is 4, south is 3, east is 6. 4, 3, 6. Taking our card, we go 4, 3, 6 is answer card 3. Answer card 21. Fortunately, you manage to open this door and escape the creepy monsters. But the car can no longer be repaired, so you decide to follow the tracks on foot. As you do, you find riddle card D. Riddle card D. Zoltan's books are small, I guess, but can be helpful nonetheless. Consider pages 7, 8, and use the scissors before it's too late. Still, everything is quite a mess. Time to rearrange, I guess. Then take another careful look, and you'll grow wiser by the book. With 7 and 8, we can cut out. So let's go ahead and cut these out. So we have a number of sheets here. Zoltan's Book on Freedom, Volume 1, page 1, page 8, page 2. I think we're supposed to put these in some sort of book order. Or maybe there's 2. Here's Volume 2, actually. So I'm guessing the gray sheets go with the gray book. The brown pages go with the brown book. Okay, so we've got a color code on the back. So I think we're going to have to figure out what colors all of these correspond to. D, E, K. I'm guessing that's the code that we need to correspond to. So let's start in volume 2 because I saw some interesting. Here you see a vampire, a witch, and a skeleton. The one at the top here is the same as the one at the top of page 5 in this volume. So M is the same. Oh, yeah. It's the same as I. Only brown instead of red. Brown. Red. There is only one black creature in both volumes. The one in the middle here is yellow. Okay. Yellow. Vampires are never yellow in either volume. In this volume only, all creatures at the bottom are purple. 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 In both volumes, all witches at the bottom have the same color. In both volumes, all witches at the bottom have the same color, which is purple. We've got witches at the bottom here, purple. And one here that's purple. The one at the bottom here has the same color as the top one on page 5 in both volumes, which is red. The one at the bottom here is the same color, so red. As the top one on page 5 in both volumes. So this page 5 top one here is also red. If the top one is white, there is always an orange or yellow one on the page as well. We don't know that yet. In both volumes, ghosts in the uppermost position are always white. Okay, so we got white, white, white. The one in the middle here is yellow. Witches in the middle are green regardless of the volume. If the same 3 creatures show up on 2 pages in the exact same order, we have Ghost, Skeleton, Witch. Ghost, Skeleton, Witch. So this is yellow as well. So we need D, E, and K. Let's see. D we don't know, of course. E is white, which is 4. K is yellow. Yellow is 3. So we need to figure out D. I think there were some clues we didn't see. So vampires are never yellow in either volume. If the top one is white, there's always orange or yellow on the page, but vampires are never yellow. So this one's orange. Well, there's only one black left, right? So that means D is black. All right, so black is 9. 9, 4, 3. This code is this star. 9, 4, 3 is 18. Answer card 18 for this riddle is answer card 5. Zoltan's Shrine opens with an unearthly screech. Riddle card E is spit out. You hear soft whispering. What's about to happen is not for the faint of heart. Take riddle card E from the deck. Look more closely at page 9. So we're opening up page 9. All right, page 9, we have our new lock. We've got some skulls here, footprints, numbers all around. Riddle card E. The mysterious stranger, On page number 9, a track you'll see, but just whose footprints could these be? Searching here and searching there, the answer seems to lie elsewhere. Not on a disc, in cards, or a book. Don't even bother with a look. Strange items, too, you can ignore. Don't waste your efforts anymore. Oh, who can this stranger be? Go and search courageously. Once your search is successful, check the track. Now you can say the riddle's cracked. Alright, well, I didn't say not to look in the box. So the first thing we need to do... Oh, look, we have a spider. I don't see any other clues in here. I mean, we do have some dots here on there. I suspect it's this creepy man here, maybe. Look, he's on the tracks. Alright, I'm stumped on this one, so let's take a hint. Clue number 1. To be able to solve this riddle, you will have to find the mysterious stranger who left behind footprints on page 9 of the book. But where? The culprit is not in the book or the cards, on the disc, or among the strange items. Where then, and what do the tracks on page 9 have to do with the stranger? Let's read the second clue. So have you found this mysterious stranger yet? No. Take a look under the cardboard insert in the bottom part of the box. Clever, she didn't make the footprints, but her foot at all. It was her body. Alright, well, we did find the mysterious stranger. I guess we're supposed to take it out of the box. I thought maybe this was just a little scare. Make sure she's in the right direction. Oh, okay, look, her body does actually match that footprint. So, she's touching a 2. Then a 9. 2. 292. Answer card 24. So we are at the gates. That's answer card 7. You are so brave. That spider was really scary. But you'd better put it out of your mind because you have to keep going. Your path leads you through the metal gate, but before you go through, you notice that riddle card F is stuck to the back of the lock. We have some sort of weird aquarium with a key in it. Behind the grate lies your next challenge. You are standing in a spooky laboratory. A little to your left, you see a strange aquarium with glowing jellyfish and a locked lid. The sign reading, "Infected jellyfish," does not bode well. Yet instinctively, you know that you cannot escape the haunted roller coaster without opening the lock and retrieving the little key at the bottom of the aquarium. All right, we have infected jellyfish written down here with some numbers that correspond to them. All right, so riddle card F. Okay, we have a code here. Speak. That means speaking, maybe? I don't know. IT bird? IT, but what kind of bird is that? Bluebird? I don't know. So I is 7. T 0. It's a blue jay, I think. So it's a J. 9. 709. 9. It's answer card 15. Yes. So we are at the aquarium. Answer card 20. Well done. The aquarium opens with a gentle creak. You fish out the key and use it to open the wooden chest in the laboratory. Inside you find the strange body parts and the 2 riddle cards G and H. So we have our body parts. They all have they all have letters or numbers. It looks like letters, I guess. And let's see, we have our page here with Frankenstein's face on it. All right, we've got riddle card G and H. Welcome to Frankenstein's laboratory. Alas, this attraction is currently out of order. You will first have to screw the monster back together again, But be careful, it will only work if it's reassembled exactly according to the correct template. Unfortunately, the illustration has been lost. Go search for and find the template. Screw loose? Was it an accident? Or maybe a jinx? Amongst the pieces, can you find the link before they entomb them forever? Instruct Frankenstein's monster to show you the truth, but first you must put them together. Can you connect the dots? There are different letters on each side, so this may be somewhat difficult. We have to find the template. I always know there's something with the instructions. Let's see. All right, well, the only thing I can think of are we have letters that are red and letters that are on the pieces. Maybe we need to spell out jinx somehow. J. All right, if we lined up these X's, it would be J, I. All right, so if we put the guy together where he can spell jinx, J, I, N, X. I was thinking that might spell or look like a word or a number, but it doesn't. All right, we're going to move along and just check and see if we've missed something. The head of Frankenstein's monster can be seen on page 11 of the book. Alas, the monster is still missing his torso along with his arms, legs, and feet. These are all provided as 6 of the strange items, but how to assemble the monster properly? It's not so easy since the front side of each item is different from the back, and only one side can be visible at one time. Only one thing to do. You will have to find the illustration of the monster. Do you think you might have seen it somewhere? Okay, well, we have seen it on the back of the box here. Using the diagram on the back of the box, we've assembled him in the order he is supposed to be, which makes my numbers a little bit wrong from my previous guesses, but let's see if we can make these words spell out. Do we have a J? J, I, N, X. That's 4. All right, so we definitely had this wrong. So 4, it's much easier now. Entomb, E, N, T, O, M, B, 5. And then instruct, I, N, S, T, R, U, C, T. I think that is a 6. 4, 5, 6. 6. Answer card 29. All right, and we are at that door, 8. Perfect. You know your way around monsters, which is a good thing because as you open the door, you find yourself standing before a giant labyrinth made out of tracks, and with a lot more monsters. But don't worry, these little monsters are fluffy and completely harmless. One of them even greets you with a riddle card, I. All right, we've got a bunch of little ghosts and train tracks. It says top. In the labyrinth of the shaggy monsters, only one door can be opened. Can you see the path to the one correct door? What do you think the meaning of the colored banners might be? Top, left, right, bottom. Be like left, top, bottom, right, bottom, left, top, bottom, left, right, left. We don't have a U. Is U up? I'm going to use my pencil for this one. Alright, so we can see all of these ghosts have eyes pointing in a particular direction. So if we follow the eyes, it goes that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, this way, this way, this way. Oh, I did not realize it was a 2-pager. Alright. Oh, where do we leave off? Here. Down to here. Here, 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 here. So, alright. TRL. So, I'm guessing TRL, if these were, well, that would be 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, but that's too many numbers. I'm going to use my marker to draw in this path again. Alright, well, I don't see any numbers in that sequence. It's got to have something to do with this banner code, TRL. Alright, we're going to use a clue. Only one of the many doors is the correct one, but how to find it? Start at the start and pay close attention to the clue on the riddle card I. Have you reached the door? If so, take a look at the banner next to it. What could the letters mean? Riddle card I can help you here. Did you notice the banner's color? Did notice the banner's color. It's blue, and riddle card I has T, L, and R, or T, R, and L, but I don't see how that relates to anything. So let's go back to clue number 2. You will find the correct door by following the gazes of the monsters. The color of the correct door will point you to the monsters that will identify the code you are looking for. So it's the blue. Top, right, left. The letters relate to the directions top, left, right, and bottom. To find the code, you will have to pay attention to the details of the shaggy monsters. I've gotten that far. That's where I get stuck. Solution. The monster's gazes will lead you to the door with the blue banner and the letters TRL. Blue tells you that it's just the 3 blue monsters that are important here. Count their fur spikes hanging down from their bellies. Are you kidding me? That one has 0. I think that one has 2. I kind of marked through it. It's hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. TLR means 0, or TR, right? 6, 0, 6, 2. 0, 6, 2. So we know that's right. 2 is 28. And we are at ghost door, that's 4. Great, you made it to the proper door and reached the next room. A soft wind blows riddle cards J, K, and L towards you. You must be close to the exit. Just as you gather your courage, what the... This thing seems awfully hungry. Take riddle cards from the deck along with a strange folded sheet of paper, then turn to page 14. And our strange folded sheet of paper. Let's go ahead and open that up and see what's inside. Alright, we've got the weird mouth of the creature somehow origami-like. Alright. Feeding schedule for carnivora. Push the food deep into her maw. Be careful not to lose your paw. The insect crawls like in a fit. The mouth stays shut when eating it. 1. Start with just 3 flies. You find how many spiders are left behind. 2. And now 4 beetles, if you dare. How many worms will she now spare? Woodlice, she gets quantity 7. How many moths remain ungiven? Alright, we've got some instructions on how to create it. Oh, and we've got some creepy crawlies here. Alright, so let's fold this in order here. All the corners. Flip it over. These corners in. Fold this up. And we have our creepy monster. Start with just 3 flies you find. How many spiders are left behind? Is it supposed to eat this? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with this. It says push the food deep into her maw. Be careful not to lose your paw. The insect crawls like in a fit. The mouth stays shut when eating it. All right, so I think we need to... So start with just 3 flies. How can we make it so she's eating 3 flies? I think it's... The only way to get 3 flies in her mouth is to eat these 3 like that. How many spiders are left behind? 1, 2. And now 4 beetles. These are the beetles. We need to eat 4 beetles. If I do that, I can get 4 in the mouth. How many worms are left behind? 3. Now the wood lice. She gets quantity 7. All right. I may have messed up the second number, so I think if I eat the 4 beetles like that, that leaves 4 worms. So the second number might be a 4. So if we eat the 7 moths, with the 7 wood lice like that, there are actually 2 moths remaining. I think I miscounted that previously as well. So let's try 2, 4, 2. Which is 13. No. Let's try 2, 3, 2. We made a big, well, I made a big error. So we're actually in puzzle diamond, and I was looking at L, and I got confused because there's actually 3 codes on here. We're on diamond puzzle. So let's see if my code worked. Was it 2, 4, 2 would be 13. I know that one doesn't work. Was it 2, 3, 2? That's answer card 11. Which is the chest, 26. And we got that correct. Okay. Let's move on here. Fortunately, this horrible plant only eats the disgusting creepy crawlies. As the plant settles down again after her meal, riddle cards M, N, O, P, Q, and R slide out from under one of her leaves. All right, we need to cut out this guy. These are the gruesome foursome. Unfortunately, they are not standing in the proper place to frighten our visitors. Please return the gruesome foursome to their proper place. The boss's assembly instructions might be helpful here. Assembly instructions for the gruesome foursome attraction. Cut out along the dashed lines. Find and cut into the mounting device. Mount in the correct sequence. The names might be helpful here. The boss. All right, so we have our 4 little things here. Let's go ahead and cut them out. So we have our gruesome foursome here. The mounting device is clearly the box here with these slots in it. Let's go ahead and cut holes in there. It said something about the names perhaps being a clue. And I think that's exit. It spells exit, starting with Edmund, Xavier, Icaros, Thorold. So I'm guessing these are supposed to resemble some numbers of some sort. I fear that this puzzle is one that if you didn't get correct, I mean, where this shifts might be important. So I'm just going to give us a little clue on this one. The gruesome foursome must be reassembled. Use the assembly instructions found in riddle card O. Put your heads together to come up with the order that makes the most sense. Well, I think we did. Also, you will have to know where to set up the figures. Look for a suitable place. We did that. The right place for the gruesome foursome is in the middle of the cardboard insert in the bottom part of the box. Do you see 4 short lines there? That's where you have to cut the slits in the cardboard and insert the figures. Is there any meaning to the fact that the figures have names and that the exit logo is illustrated underneath? If you want to find the code, pay attention to the spaces in between. Alright, so that's what I feared, is that you got to look at the spaces in between. Which, again, if it's not sitting right, it's going to be hard to figure out. I mean, I guess that could be a 2. That's a 5. I guess that's a 1. 1, 2, 5. Answer card 25. It's the circle, 17. Wicked fast. You open the chest and find riddle card S inside. Take riddle card S from the deck and get ready for the final sprint to the last door. Join the search party if you dare, looking for the pumpkin of terror. The eyes that glow, the mouth that burns, search behind that which turns. Once you find it, though it might seem strange, the pieces must be rearranged. You'll need them no more, so don't worry, but the pumpkin you will, so hurry, hurry. Once he spits the answer card back, go look and take it from the deck. Alright, so I think we need to pull this thing apart. We've got this guy. So the pieces must be rearranged. You'll need them no more, so don't you worry. The pumpkin will, so hurry, hurry. Guess we need to line up the pattern here. All right. We're on the L. Let's take the L. Let's point the pumpkin toward the L. If you line this up, I've got 14 now. When I line these up and point it toward the L. Answer card 12 for the final door. Phew, you did it. The door bursts open and you finally make it outside, but you hear something scurrying right behind you. You catch your breath and fight an urge to flee in terror when it hits you that it's just 8 little shaggy monsters following you. Of course, you can't resist taking them home with you. As a reward, you may take the riddle card T and the 8 monster cards, share the monsters amongst yourselves, play a round of mini monster war with them before you take them home. Alright, answer card T. Wow, okay. Mini monster war for 2 or more teams. Shuffle the 8 monster cards, pass 4 face down to each of the player teams. Pick up your cards so that you can only see the monster on the top. The youngest player starts. The player reads the name of the monster on the top, selects any category, and names the number that his or her monster attains in that category. Then the other players say the name of his or her top monster and the number that monster attains in the chosen category. The higher number wins. The winner gets the top card off the opponent's or opposing team's deck and adds it to the bottom of his or her deck. Then the other player or team starts a new round with new monsters in a new category, always taking turns in this way. If the numbers are equal, both top cards are placed in the middle, and the player or team that lost the last round opens a new one The winner of this round wins the cards in the middle. The game ends when one player or team has no more cards. The other player or team is then declared the winner. Alright, so that would be these Monster War cards. Let's see what they look like. Okay, so gives you all the different little fuzzy monsters. Gives their size, their fur clumps, their speed, and their age. So I guess if we were pretending to play this game, and we had two teams here, and we compared them, so the higher number wins. So Ralphie Red wins because he's 37 inches versus 26 for Katie Blue, and so forth. Well, that was fun. So we get our little ghost game to play as a reward. And there we go. Overall, I think this game was pretty fun. I mean, I like the Halloween aspect, the whole haunted nature of a roller coaster. It could have been more theme parky. I mean, it's not really a roller coaster. It's more like a dark ride, but we'll give them that. I thought, well, is this little alien guy? He didn't even appear in there. But overall, I mean, it was pretty fun. I actually got through most of it. So it's 10:27. Played that for just roughly 2 hours. I used a few more clues, but things were confusing and convoluted. I'm just going to say I had 5. So let's see what that score becomes. 2 hours, 5 clues. All right, so we have greater than 100. No, we were just slightly under, right? We're just under. We were 3 minutes under 2 hours. So under 2 hours with 5 help cards is 6 stars. That might be the best I've ever done on one of these games. So I'm very proud of myself, and I hope you enjoyed this playthrough with me. We are definitely going to be playing some more, but this again was Exit the Haunted Roller Coaster. Lots more fun Halloween and horror-ish themed games to play coming up, so stay tuned. Before we go, I did want to say a special thank you to all the patrons who help support the channel. If you're interested in joining our Fright Club, be sure to check out a link to my Patreon page in the description below. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Till next time, take care, and happy haunting.